Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, I was in my apartment today and I was redecorating. I just felt moved to just clean up my environment and to recreate my space. And I woke up this morning and I was in such a good mood, I was just singing praises unto God. All day I was just singing worship music. And then I was creating a video. I made a video for Modest Apparel, like a modest lookbook. And I sat down. And when I sat down, I just felt this peace. And I sat down and I was just in my zone. And I got up and I spray painted this mirror because I wanted this mirror gold, and I got my can and I spray painted it gold. And then my friend messaged me and I hadn't heard from her in months. I last saw her in January when I was in America, and I did not hear from her for months, like January, February, March, April, May. Now it's June. And I remember I'd asked her to do something for me before I left America and she didn't get it done, and I was very upset, and I kept messaging her and I was like, are you okay? So and so, are you okay? Are you alright? And I kept like clockwork, I'll message her 2-3 times for the month, every month, just to check in on her, because I knew that she was in a situation that was very toxic for her. And I encouraged her, please leave this situation that you are in. And I asked her permission before coming on here to share her story. She's married to a man who is physically and verbally abusive to her, and she is one of the most beautiful black women that I know. And unfortunately, every time I tell her that you are so beautiful, and I try to affirm that within her, that you are beautiful and you're fearfully and you're wonderfully made, to me it seems as if it's going in one ear and coming out the next. And she's, we hadn't talked in a long while, and then I just saw this message pop up on my phone, and immediately, I didn't even read the message. I just saw her name and I rang her back immediately. And she answered the phone, and when she answered the phone, I just started to worship. I just started to cry, and I started to cry out unto God, and I just started to thank God. And I said to her, I'm going to go down in prayer at this moment. This lady did not have a moment to say one sentence the first 10 minutes we were on the phone. I was just singing, and I was just worshiping, and I was just giving God all the thanks, and I was just praising him because I heard her voice. Because in my mind, this situation, this pandemic, I was like, oh my God, what if something had happened to her? I know that the situation that she's in is toxic. What if she can't come out? What if she's been hurt? And we were talking on the phone for almost 3 hours, and then she sent me some pictures, and she was like, Sandrine, this is what I was facing, why you did not hear from me. And I'll share the pictures here with you. With her permission, I asked, can I share these pictures with you? I know a lot of people won't agree with me on this, but I really don't care. A lot of people are protesting the life of George Floyd. A lot of people are protesting his life, and I barely hear anybody talking about Breonna Taylor, and I barely hear people talking about the other women who were violently murdered. Not saying that they're not being spoken about, but their deaths are not being highlighted as much as it should. And I remember I was talking to her, and I said to her, you need to leave. You need to leave the situation that you are in. You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave the situation that you are in. The moment I heard your voice on the phone, I started to cry out to God, and I started to worship, and I started to pray. I started to pray because in my heart I was so happy to hear from you. You need to let go. And like I just kept saying it before she even sent the pictures. It just came into my spirit to tell her that she needs to walk away. She needs to leave. And then she sent me the pictures, and when I looked at the pictures, how can you as a man, how can you as a man put your hands on a woman and hurt her, beat her in the same way you would beat your age mates, in the same way you would beat another man? How? I remember this week I was scrolling through YouTube, and I was going through, and one of my favorite YouTubers, she's a Nigerian YouTuber, Deema, and I remember Dimmah Umehs, she posted this video, and she was talking about what was going on in her own country in Nigeria, where rapists and abusers were getting away with the crimes that they are committing, and the victims are now being blamed for the things that are happening to them. And I watched the video, and it connected with my soul. I've never had the experience of being in a relationship with anybody from any other race, so I cannot speak to the experience of another woman. I'm a black woman, so I cannot speak to the experience of a white woman. I cannot speak to the experience of an Indian woman. I can only speak to the experience of women in general, but when you break that down, I can speak to the experience of a black woman. How can you as a black man put your hands on your black queen and beat her to the point where her face becomes unrecognizable? How can you look on another woman and feel so entitled to her body that you rape her? I was going through YouTube. I was on the call with my friend, and I was going through YouTube, and I typed in something about domestic violence and abuse, and another black woman has been murdered. And when I went on her channel, Napp Queen, I went on her channel and I saw her last video that she posted. And she was talking about, you know, getting back into YouTube, and she would want to post more videos. And, you know, I'm going to post for you her last Instagram. Her last Instagram post was, "I'll tell him to forget me, knowing that it's impossible." She and her partner, they were together since high school, and they separated. According to the news, they separated for 2 years, and then about a month into they formed a new relationship, and a month into that new relationship, he murdered her. And his statement is that they were fighting. She stabbed him, he stabbed her, and he said that there's a spirit that came over him that overpowered him to the point where he he just couldn't stop stabbing her until she was dead. You see? This is one of the reasons why I am grateful to God for putting me in the position that I am in, to be able to provide for myself. Not saying that those women have there's a reason why those women were killed or whatever, but even in my own home country in Jamaica, women are being murdered by their partners, and in most cases these men, they go and commit suicide. How? Why? Why? I am a mother. I am a woman. I am a sister. Why? 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 To say that we need this to stop would be very redundant. What can we do? What should we do? What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? What can we do? Why? 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 Guys, I'm going to leave you with this. If you are being abused, if you know someone that is being abused, please, 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 because there was something that rested so heavily on my heart when like I wasn't hearing from my friend, I wasn't hearing from her, and I kept messaging her, I kept messaging her. She wasn't responding, but I kept messaging her for 5 months. I messaged her every month for 5 months until she responded. If you know of somebody that is being abused, get in touch with them. Keep constant communication with them. If you are being abused, get out before you are put out permanently. Get out. Men, I'm just going to leave that right there. Yeah. Rest in peace to Napp Queen. Rest in peace to all the women who have died at the hands of these disgusting, vile, sorry excuse for human beings. May have mercy on their souls.